Hello, hello. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Hardcore ARK Survival Evolved, where I'm hoping to get this Cunning artifact right out the gate. I did some testing, and I'm actually pretty confident that we can get it done today. Let's jinx that Cunning artifact. How about we don't do that? Guess who does not have classes today because the faculty's bunked the class? Huh. Well, I mean, hey. That brings you here. I'm happy. Well, maybe not happy that, you know, your class just didn't work out, but still, I'm happy you're here, dude. That means you get to see the full thing. Here we are. So, the testing that I did, right? It was with the Sarka. It actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. Like, way better. I basically had the same situation that I had with the Diplocalus, but I was able to survive. Even after taking like multiple beatings, I was able to survive. Actually, why am I walking when I could just pick him with the RG? Oh, you don't... That's why. I don't have the saddle. Yeah, I need to have another 5 levels. But yeah, I was able to take like a few bites and it knocked me down a little bit, but honestly, did not kill me. See, I don't want to rage or anything, but I said Sarko literally the day you I suggested you the Diplocalus. You did. And I did play with the Sarko. But he's the same speed. From what I can tell, he has the same speed. What I didn't like about the Diplocalus, or the Sarko specifically, was how bulky he was. And he's so much less stamina efficient. I did testing. It took me like 2 minutes to use up 200 or 500 stamina in a constant sprint on a Diplocalus. It took me like 40 seconds to use up 1000 stamina on a Sarko. Like, it's 8 times less efficient is what I think it mathed out to be. 8 times less efficient. The turning radius isn't actually that bad underwater. It's much better than I thought it would be. I figured there was going to be so many more problems with it than there actually were. Hey, yeah, there's metal over here. Before I walk my Anki over and waste time. But yeah, honestly, it's so much better than I thought it would be. So my goal for today is to... Hey, welcome King to the stream, dude. How you doing? I saw your comment. I was like, dude, I was hoping to see you yesterday. But hey, dude, I'm glad you can make it today. But, I forgot what I was saying. I get excited when I see people. Like, it performed so much better than I thought it would. Oh yeah, the turning radius, much better than I thought, especially underwater. Because underwater, they can practically turn on a dime. So my idea is, I'm going to get a Sarko at some point today. Hopefully, like 100 or above, level 100 or above. And then from there, I would like to level it up on Explorer notes. Try to get it as much, you know, move speed and stamina and health as I can, and then just go for it. So much worse than Difficalis. Yeah, no, the turning speed is worse than the Difficalis, I'll give you that. But it honestly wasn't as big of a problem as I thought it would be. This might be your last stream you catch for a while. What's wrong, Kane? What the flip? What's going on? Laying off the YouTube for a bit? Oh. Honestly, dude, I do not blame you whatsoever. I've been needing to detox from, like, you know, spending so much time on the internet lately. Oh my gosh, really? Can you land? But yeah, no, dude, you really need to detox from the internet every once in a while, because it's a lot, dude. So I honestly don't blame you. It's nice having you around, and dude, I wish I, you know, or not I wish, I hope to see you sometime again soon, dude. You enjoy your time away from the internet for a while, because we all need that time to... We all need time away from the internet every once in a while. So 100%. Where am I building the base this time? I don't know. I'm tempted to honestly live over here, like by the massive cave, like the artifact of the massive, just because this is a pretty safe area. Like I said last episode, I'm really locking in on this. I want to succeed this run, and I'm going to be taking every precaution that I can to make sure everything goes smoothly. And one of the things that I would like to do is not live up north, even though it's... Stuffle, please. Even though it's much better for resources and whatnot, I would rather a long trip for resources than a short trip for resources, but I'm in constant danger. So that's kind of the idea I've got. Where? I'm not too sure. I'm gonna find that out. That one? Yeah, that is fun. You don't know what danger I faced in the north. Well, I'm not necessarily saying that I faced danger up north. What I'm saying is I just want to live somewhere relatively safe. Like, I'm trying to lock into the best of my ability, and part of that is making sure I, you know, cover every single one of my little weaknesses. Cover all fronts. Take everything, like, take safety way too seriously, basically. That's kind of the idea. You're very dormant on YouTube or social media, since as far as your memory goes, you're only here for streams, mostly ARK. I mean, that's good. I've spent way too much time on the internet, honestly. Like, growing up, and even now, I still sometimes... I can get sucked into the internet way too quickly. It's really not good for anybody to be online for extended periods of time. Of course, there's a level 95 right after I actually start using my level 15. Long resource trip is better than a short trip into a Rex's jaws. Exactly, Kane. You know what's up. I'd rather have a pocket card chart with me for that reason. Yeah. But I don't think I'm going to be taming card charts in this playthrough. I don't really have any need for a card char. Maybe when I get to extinction, I will. But for the time being, not really. Oh, I did want to tame that 138. I know it said that it would take like an hour or something stupid like that. With Majo Berries, it says he doesn't require narcotics. It would be 36 shots in the head. Let's do 25. Oh, spaghetti. Egg. The little moss chops egg. I know. No, you're saying card chars because you had card chars for you. It could be pocket boss Rex. Yeah, exactly. Once I get to the point where I have some boss Rexes, then I usually do keep them in my pocket. That's what I had for like the snow cave, is I had like a little pocket Rex just in case. And Tanky Stego's always good to have. Oh, especially after I lost my trike, 100%. So if I hit him in the body, it's 17. Okay. Monkey, throw poop. Monkey, throw poop. Good boy. Oh, what the... I've already lost track of how many, you know, tranks I've used. Ow. That's really scary. I don't want him doing that because he could hit me with his little grapple. I really don't want that. Yeah, I completely lost track of how many tranks I used, so I think I'm just gonna pump him with all the tranks that I have. Gonna bring him into this little inlet. So hopefully he doesn't... Oh, jeez. Poop on him. Poop on him. Good boy. Get him, monkey. That'll probably be good enough. I think he's gonna go down at some point. Let me catch up a little bit. I'm a little obsessive when it comes to collecting eggs. Oh, I don't blame you. I need more narcotics. I tried taming a stego exactly where you see that tech one in your early days of ARK when you were more or less a noob, so that thing basically drowned itself in the water. Ah, that sucks. You thought you could just revolve around it and get it unconscious? I mean, if you tire it out. I mean, if your idea is tiring it out, then I guess that could make sense. Oh, he's down. Awesome. I also have serious OCD when it comes to collecting eggs. I don't. I honestly don't care about collecting eggs as they pop up. Because I don't think I've ever really spent time making kibble. Like, ever. Monkey on passive when stego flees. I honestly, I've never like found that to be necessary. Like you saw right there. I just kind of start walking away once I've put in enough tranks. I'm like, yeah, he'll be fine. And 9 times out of 10, yeah, he's fine. And then it says it's gonna be 158 Majo berries. I might as well use this because I need fiber as well. I used to make more kibble. Back in the day when it was like mandatory if you wanted to get good tames. But nowadays, because the default rates have been turned up so much, you don't really need to do that to get good tames anymore. Like, prime meat for most carnivores is, or for any carnivore, honestly, prime meat is more than enough. The only time you ever really need kibble for a good tame is if you're taming an herbivore. That should be more than enough, Majos. But yeah, I used to make it way more. I don't very often anymore. Especially when they had like kibble trees. I miss kibble trees. I thought those were such a cool thing. And I'm honestly kind of upset. I'm still kind of upset that they got rid of that and they switched it out for the new system. Because like, yeah, you know, this way is easier. But I did like the idea of having to have a diverse collection of creatures in order to get the best out of your tames. Because nowadays, I can go my entire life without ever taming a Apache ever again. Whereas I think that the kibble trees used to be good incentive to actually, you know, tame everything. You do it because it feels like the proper way of doing it. That's totally cool. Like, I honestly don't see the problem with kibble. It's just, for me personally, it's very out of the way for so little gain. I'll take those, actually. Like, I feel like it's just better in general to do prime meat because it's just so much easier. That's also the reason why I don't do what's it called? Jerkies anymore. Like I used to make jerky like first thing whenever I started a new playthrough because, you know, it's jerky. It takes forever to make, and you end up using a whole bunch of it. I don't really use jerky anymore, so I have no reason to make jerky. Okay, so I'm level 57. I need to get level 62, get myself the RG saddle, and then from there I can do the I can more efficiently look for a Sarco. But I guess I can go over to the swamp now. I just got to be careful. Your brain, for the most part, basically works on that quote. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. I did get all the Irby Island Explorer notes, yeah. But yeah, no, that idea makes sense, especially when it comes to, like, taming creatures. But I do personally think that having a diverse collection of creatures is more enjoyable. Like, getting the most out of taming everything, I think is such a fun experience. Like, imagine if you needed to tame Troodons for, like, to get a kibble for taming Gigas. Obviously, that's a stupid idea. But imagine how much more valuable Gigas would be. Like, good Gigas would be. Imagine how much more people would be taming Troodons, even though they have a really sucky, like, tame method. But imagine, it's just that extra layer of difficulty. Not everyone can effectively tame Troodons. And if you can, and you do amazing, you get Troodon eggs, you can go ahead and you can tame your Giga. Now it's just about size. I can very easily go into the snow and tame 10 Uties, and then just have the best kibble that works on everything. And I just don't, that doesn't vibe with me. I like stuff that forces me to think outside the box. Like, I would have never tamed for myself a Stego if not for this. I never would have tamed a Stego if not for my need to have something early game in one of my, like, attempts. And you know what? I found out I loved it. The Thylacoleo, I love riding around on Thylacoleos. It's one of my favorite creatures to ride around on. I never would have tamed a Thylacoleo if they hadn't nerfed flyers. Because they used to be just naturally you can level up movement speed. They completely removed that. And first I was pissed, but it gave me a chance to start playing with other creatures. And I enjoy being on the ground so much more now. And Aberration has become my favorite map. Easily. Because of how... No matter what you do, no matter where you're going, you have to think it through. You have to be careful no matter what. It just creates such a... I can't speak today. Just such a better feel. That's how I feel personally. No thanks, bro. I'd rather just like a Giga TLC than making kibbles for Giga much more expensive. That will make them valuable too. Well, yeah, that would make them, yeah. There are two ways to increase value in something, and that's to make them better or to make them more difficult to get. And I think both for this, I think both for Gigas would honestly be good. It's just, I think that it would be awesome to have a little bit more necessity to have variety. Because right now, the way variety works is you can do it if you want, but you don't really ever have to. I don't think I will ever tame a Pegomastax in my life. But if Pegomastax, for instance, had a kibble that could tame Sabertooths, and I wanted a Sabertooth, yeah, I'd tame some Pegos to get a kibble for that. Maybe have the recipes tied to the size, but have the specific usages be for certain creatures. You know what I mean? I think that would just be such a better use of kibble. New kibble system is better on large server, less creatures, less lag. That makes sense. Oh, David, I didn't realize you were following me, bud. Ah, jeez. My water jar. If bro stole my arrows? What a prick. Speaking of Pegos, exactly. Oh, where the hell that other one went. Like, there's so many unofficial Giga and so many other creature TLCs going on if Wildcard gave a shit about reviewing them. There are some really cool ones, I will give you that. Where did that Pego go? Did I just lose a water jar because a Pego grabbed it? I might have just lost a water jar because a Pego nabbed it. Well, that's nice. You saw a dossier for Giga TLC and it was much better rage mechanic and an apprentice mechanism. I don't know what that means, but that sounds cool. I do like the rage mechanic that they have currently, where if they take too much damage at once, they can, you know, go berserk. Kind of like they have an adrenaline rush kind of a deal. I think that's cool in itself, but they definitely can do more with it, 100%. What I'm saying isn't necessarily to make Gigas, or I'm not saying that Gigas are bad how they are, and I'm not saying that, you know, making them harder to get makes them more valuable. All I'm saying is that it would create a bigger urgency to actually enjoy everything that the game has to offer. That's kind of the idea that I have. You've tamed Pego Mastax early game as they make decent backpacks. And yeah, but if we're gonna go on that, any back creature, like any creature that you can have on your back, has the same weight reduction mechanic. Even my monkey does. So yes, it would be nice. Or yes, it is already like nice to have, but there's no point in taming some things ever. Like again, Patchy. They do need to TLC the Patchy, but there's no reason to tame one. If they had some kind of kibble that aimed a specific creature that was really good, I would actually spend time taming them. Level 25 Sarko. Dang it. I just think that the old kibble system was better. It definitely needed some work. It definitely could have been better, but I liked the idea of kibble trees. Oh, level 85. That's not bad, actually. I could make that work. I'll check over here, because there's usually some Sarkos over here. You prefer monkeys, but Pegos are so much more common. Yeah. I get that. Monkeys, you don't see them very often. That's why I kind of got excited when I saw this monkey, because, dude, I love having a monkey. Like, it's great. It's just, whenever I see a Pego, my thought isn't, you know, I don't think I've ever thought to tame one, except just to, like, avoid having my stuff stolen, and like, maybe it could work as a backpack if it actually ends up working out, but gotta take what you can get. Exactly. And that's part of the reason why I liked the Stego so much. I needed, or why I'm starting to like the Stego more. I never really liked them, but actually having to tame one because I needed something, it was a great investment. I'm really happy that I got the Stego, because now I know how useful Stegos actually are. I can continually use them. Knowing full well their strengths and their weaknesses. For all I know, Patchies are absolutely amazing, but I would never know because I have no reason to tame one. I mean, I guess I could tame one. But it says better game design if they actually give us, like, a reason, you know? Like, I tried looking up that dossier to share it with you, but you couldn't find it at the moment. Like, out of all Giga TLC dossiers, you liked that one a lot in particular. It sounds cool. I'd like to know what you mean by apprentice. Apprentice? Yeah, mechanism. I'm curious. Pump speed on a high level stego. 3 shots in the face, dang, okay. Oh, dang it, I tried. That guy didn't listen. The dossier was something. Giga has 2 abilities, Enraged and Insane. Enraged is activated when its health is... Oh, okay, so it's like... There's actually stages to the rage, is kind of what you're getting at. So, like, there's the fully enraged like we have right now, and then, like, a half stage, so that way you can be more careful, kind of a deal. That's kind of what I'm gleaming based off those 2 messages. Maybe I'm just... Well, I am assuming what's coming next, but yeah. If you can get speed up to 300%, Stego actually isn't that slow. It won't ever be fast, though. Yeah, no, there's no getting past that Stego is always going to be slow. But for what they are, for the purpose that they serve, they are actually pretty dang good. Oh, I need to be pumping my oxygen. I completely forgot about that. I'm going to start doing that my next few levels. I'm gonna kill the Parasaur. Get him, monkey! Get him, monkey! Monkey, get him! Oh, shoot. Oh, RG's got it. It's okay. The snake. No, Stuffle. Focused on the Dimorphs. There we go. Oh, these guys. Dang it. Why is... Why is there a snake in the water? Oh, here's the Parasaur. I didn't get very much experience from that. At least not as much as I hoped. So it gets a 50% damage boost and 100% damage resistance, but when its health goes below like 25 or 20%, it goes insane, which gives it 50% and 50% damage boost and 100 damage resistance. Oh, okay. So it just gets stronger the lower health it is. Like Lucario from Smash Bros. You can't get dismounted if you're riding a Stego. It's your preferred mount, but if you have to go through the redwoods but it's slow, that I can see that. Part of the reason why I don't like it is because of how slow it is. But I mean, like, for the redwoods, I can see that working out pretty well. 60 seconds of 50% more damage and 50% less stamina consumption. Oh, jeez. Hey there, bud. What level are you? Oh, you're the 85. I was just about to go look for you. Now, before I do that, let me pull it up on Dododex. It's going to take 16 shots to knock him out. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll read the chats in a second. I'm sorry I haven't been reading them super well. I'm just kind of locked in because I'm around the swamp. 15, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it said 16 should be all that's needed, so that should be more than enough. Why are you throwing poop at the tree? Dude, you cannot aim. There we go. The apprenticeship is passed down when you implant some things in the dinosaur you want as the implant. So for that, a wild Giga will drop a Giga Tooth and a Giga Heart. I'm not understanding the ideas so far. You lost me a little bit on implanting something. Oh, it says it should take 7 prime meat, so that should be everything he needs. What level are you? Dude, where were you? 120 is 21 shots. I have exactly 21 crossbow shots. Oh, let's keep it away from the other guy because I don't know if, I don't know the genders. That one's female. Dude, why are you attacking the turtle? Howie! There he goes. It said that the heart is for the resonating roar ability, which triggers the use of that gnashing tooth ability. So only one implant can be done at a time, and each one has a 33% success rate, so a complete double implant will have a 1 in 6 chance. I'm still kind of failing to understand the concept. I'm trying to keep up. So the Giga will have like a heart and a tooth. And by feeding the heart and tooth or something into a creature, they can gain the ability of the Giga? Like the gnashing tooth ability? Oh no, you said a wild Giga will drop a Giga tooth and a Giga heart. Oh, and then you can put it onto like one of your own Gigas, and that Giga can actually pick up on those wild abilities. Because like Gigas as they exist, once tamed, you can't apply gnashing debuff onto them. Is that kind of what you're getting at? Level are you? 15? Duffel, you can take a level. Well, no. I'll have you get... Oh yeah, level 5 Paraser. 100%. Oh, you're not going to harvest the body? Okay. When I was doing the testing with the Sarcos, the one that I tamed and it worked with was a level 100, and he was more than enough. So I'm sure this 130 is going to be perfect for the role. You're a female, you're a male. Oh, okay. So I can actually breed these two if I would like. I don't know how long they take, though. So every roar gives a 5-minute boost in which the apprentice has a 50% chance to apply the gnashing ability and gets 100% damage resistance. Apart from this, the apprentice also gins. I'm assuming you mean gives a passive yet permanent 50% less stamina consumption ability without needing the roar. Other passive yet permanent ability includes a 50% damage buff. It sounds a little bit complicated, but honestly, the Giga, yeah, he definitely does need more abilities. Because at the moment, as he stands, he's more of just a Giga can hit hard, you know? A bred and imprinted Sarco would be a good idea. That's what I'm thinking. How long do they take to incubate? It says that it could take like an hour 45. 15-minute if this is correct, it would be a 15-minute incubation, an hour 30 maturation. If that's, I'm not sure if that's true, but it's not that complicated. It's just the chance that you're reading randomly. Well, no, I'm reading them in order. It is kind of while I'm doing other stuff, I will admit. It very well could be that it's pretty simple. It's just, it's more straightforward when you're like looking at them back to back. I'm sure I might regret this, but I kind of have to use the bathroom. And I don't really want to pause my game because I still want these creatures to continue taming. This area looks pretty safe. Anything in the water? No? Okay. I'm gonna go use the bathroom really quick. I'm going to... I'm just gonna edit that and say bathroom break. Bathroom break 1 moment. Oh, dude, I'm really hoping I'm safe. Okay, I'll be right back, and then I'll continue reading your explanation, Courage. Okay, I'm back. There we go. Get back wrapped up into my blanket. In simple terms, an apprenticeship without a roar will have a 50% damage and stamina buff, but after a roar, it will have 100% and 50% damage or stamina and damage resistance buff for 5 minutes with 5 minutes with 50% chance of applying Nash ability. The tooth and heart obtained from Wild Giga is implanted in the apprentice and not the master itself. So you basically kill a Giga. You can take the heart and the tooth and feed it to your Giga for a chance that they learn that, or for a chance that they gain those abilities. Or is the Giga the master in this scenario, like you're tamed Giga and you have a creature underneath them who learns those abilities? Or am I not following whatsoever? Level 95. I can take him out. What level is that? 35? Yeah, let's do that one. I need some arrows. Feed it to the apprentice, not to the Giga. The Giga is the master. There's a creature underneath your Giga, which is your Giga's apprentice. Oh, okay. And then the apprentice can learn those abilities. So you can have like a Sabertooth learn the gnashing ability. So when the Giga roars, the Saber then picks up on that ability for 5 minutes, as well as gaining all those buffs. I can't see anything. Yeah, so the thing is, to be an apprentice, the creature must have half or less of the drag weight as the Giga. Oh, okay. A drag weight for a Giga, that's around, it's what, 950? So you can't give it to a Rex, obviously, since their drag weight's like 550. But you could say give it to... I think you can technically give it to a Stego. I'm sure a Sabertooth would work just fine. I'm not sure of the drag weight of a Sabertooth. Need my oxygen. I'll learn it. Needs to be a creature which does already... That does already have the Gnashed ability? Oh, so it can only be like an Aloe or a Thyla. Well, I don't know what the drag weight of an Aloe is, but it has to be like a creature that has the bleed already. Oh, does not. Okay. So it wouldn't work for Thylas. Gotcha. I was like, well, what's the point? But that makes more sense. Oh, he's way out there, actually. I'm trying to get the snipe. Honestly, I doubt my arrows are even going that far. There it is. Oh, get off my screen. Get him, Stuffle. It will not work on Thylas, Aloes, Kentros, Karnas, etc. Okay, that makes sense. I got a good amount of people in right now. Welcome to everybody who's just joining the stream recently. Right now, I'm just taming up these 2 Sarcos. And as soon as I get these Sarcos going and ready, hopefully that Bronto doesn't aggro. As soon as I get them ready, I'm gonna breed them together. Hopefully, I'm hoping at least, I can get a baby that's imprinted, and if I do get a baby that's imprinted, I've already got a saddle with 40 defense on it, 40 armor. So with that Sarco, I'll just pick up like a couple explorer notes and I'll run through the cave with that. Or at least that's the plan. Whether or not it'll work out, that's a completely different story. This way, Sarco. The third criteria for being an apprentice is there needs to be a mutation. Oh. The notion behind it is the mutations are not always about stats, but also physiological changes like body color, size of bones, muscle density. Yeah. I can see where that's going. It's a weird little like thing to include, I think, but I can see where it's going. I can see the idea behind it. Soon enough, my platform is not going to be big enough. Aw, dang it. But yeah, these guys are surprisingly fast. Like, I genuinely did not realize how fast Sarcos were underwater. It feels slower than a Diplocalus, but they're actually the same speed from what I could tell in my tests. It's just that they're bulkier, so it seems slower. The mutation is necessary to explain why other non-mutated species of the same creature cannot have a harder tooth, basically different sizes of jaws and cardiac muscles. That is a really unique idea. I do really like it. I don't need that. I don't know why I'm doing that. Yeah, I can make flak. I would actually like to make some cryopods now that I think about it. I just need some polymer. I'll go down here, and even though I know that the Textago doesn't need any narcotics, I am going to give him some just because his torpor is kind of low. And while I do trust Dododex, I know that it has messed up before. So I'll go ahead and give it a few narcotics just in case. While there won't be any visible changes in the game itself to the apprentice post-implant, is at least a reason it makes the apprentice more hard to get properly. Yeah, no, it makes it worth the effort as well, because it seems like a really potent buff. Like, that is an insanely powerful thing to be able to get on your creatures. And for the master itself, as I said, the enraged, when it goes below 75 health, gaining 50% damage, but 100% resistance, then insane when it kills its rider, but gets 100% damage and 200% resistance. I wish that we would have a Giga like that. That sounds like a really cool, unique idea for a Giga. I wish. There's so many creatures that definitely needed some TLC that just never got it. Because like I'm happy that Rex got it, that Parasaur, that Stego, Trike, I'm happy all the creatures that got the TLCs got the TLCs, but I honestly wish that more would have. When it roars, it damages its own vocal cords in exchange of 10% of its health, which gets 60 seconds timer of 50% more damage and 50% less stamina consumption. Sheesh. And you're saying this is like, is this a mod that exists, or is it just like a fan-made dossier? That Sarko's almost done. I probably could have waited over by there, honestly. I don't think I had to sail all the way over here. My idea was I was kind of hoping to do that and then look for a Hesperornis over like by the like one of the rivers. But honestly, that might have been a waste of time. Because I want to get cryopods as soon as I can. I mean, no, I'm going to turn around, honestly. He's almost done taming. The reason why I wanted cryopods is for the imprinting in case he asks for something like meat jerky, which I'm not going to have. I would like to be able to reset the imprint requirement. I'm trying to think of a way to like weigh down my W key so I can sail without having to hold down W, but honestly I might just suck it up. So basically the roars are like a Uranus, so while you don't need to sacrifice 10% of your health to use the apprentice's Nash, but only for your own buff. So roars has two abilities like Yudi. In this game, mind you, eyes don't glow yellow when enraged, it glows orange and goes red when insane. Oh. You like that because yellow suits the Karchar more? I can see that. I definitely agree that Giga should be updated. It's obviously not going to happen here in ARK Survival Evolved, but I think that Giga needs some TLC. I always talk about Patchies needing TLC, but Patchies need TLC. Cave creatures need TLC. Onyx, Aranios, heck, even Megalania. Because I can't... Oh, I can't for the life of me think of any reason to tame a Megalania other than the Megalania toxin. Like, yeah, they can climb up walls, but it's not really useful. And other creatures like Troodons and Megalosaurus's eyes should be glowing white rather than yellow. That one I will disagree with. I do really like the Troodon's yellow eyes. It looks so much better. Like, you're in the complete pitch black and you see a glowing yellow eye. That looks 100 times better, I think, than a glowing white eye. I would take a glowing yellow eye 100%. Now, if you want to switch it to like orange or like red or something like that, I can see that. But I think that yellow fits Troodon really well. Megalosauruses, I don't really have a strong opinion about. I can see that being white, honestly. I think that would work as well. But Troodons, I think 100% they should be yellow. Well, it might look better, but each creature should have a different glowing color for eyes, is what I meant. Well, I mean, I guess it's more so like the reasoning for the yellow, or the reasoning for the glow, right? The reason why Karchars, you know, their eyes glow is because of bloodlust, right? They're killing a bunch of things. They've got bloodlust and they want to kill some more things. The same is true for Troodons. Obviously, they're not like racking up and building up a bloodlust and going on a frenzy, but when they're at night, they are frenzied. So it makes sense for it to be red. Or not red, sorry. It makes sense for it to be yellow. And I like it yellow. If you want to argue that Megalosaurus should be different because they're not in a frenzied state, they're just in a like active state, then yeah, I can see that. But I wouldn't say it based on creature. I would say I think it should be based more so on reasoning. Like Giga gets enraged. Adrenaline rush. Adrenaline rush is what is going to be a different color than the, you know, oh my gosh, this raft is so stupid looking right now. But the adrenaline rush should look different from like a bloodthirst frenzy type of a deal. I think that makes sense. But Troodons and Karchars kind of have the same physiological, I guess, reason for having those glowing eyes. So I think it makes sense that they're both yellow. I don't think that one suits it better, you know? I think they both suit it for similar, if not the same reasons. Like, you might not manage to take Gigas to the arena. What you can do, let's say, is take Megatheriums for, let's say, Alpha Broodmother, so they get the Insect Killer buff, which you know is insane. Yeah, it's kind of like a, that is a frenzy, and they get like a yellowish orange glow over their head. They don't get glowing eyes. I think they get like a cloud of dust, kind of like how alpha creatures have a cloud of dust, except it's specifically on their heads. I don't know. I actually haven't tamed very many Megatherium. I know they're good, but I just never have gotten around to it. And the Roar gives the buff, and on top of that, the Yudi, which also gives that boost. Giga Roar will last 5 minutes, and on top of Insect Killer, and on top of UT buff and Mate buff. Dude, it honestly sounds amazing. Like, that is... Okay. I will say that it does kind of sound like a PvP nightmare. But for PvE, it sounds really cool. And I definitely like to see something like that. I'm actually going to look up Sarco ARK. Sarco. Incubation range is 86 to 93 degrees. Okay. That's pretty simple, actually. PvP nightmare? Guess not, because people are already farming Karchars nowadays in gigas. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a meta, but there are... Whenever they're designing this game, you do also have to consider that they're balancing for both PvE and PvP, right? They have to. So there are some things that are super heavily nerfed for that reason, and while in PvP it doesn't make much sense for things to be useless, there are uses for them in PvP. You know what I mean? That is a thing. I'm not 100% like, I guess, well versed or informed in that, but I do know that that is a thing. So this is the thing which will not make the Giga a loser, but rather a counterbalance for Karchar. Yeah, no, because right now, they're definitely being outperformed by Karchar. Because there's not many instances where you can have Gigas all attack a single thing without killing other stuff in the process to get the frenzy for Karchar. Anytime you do anything with one of those big creatures, you're more likely than not going to be killing a bunch of little stuff in the process of getting ready to kill something bigger. The only time where that's wrong is for the Titans. And the Titans, it makes sense to have a Giga army because you're not killing little stuff, you're going straight for a big thing. But that's the only instance where that's the case. That is, you'll only ever have that when you are killing Titans. There's no other time. I don't know why my brain is working so slow right now. There's no other time that you will be using one of those things and you're not killing little things. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know why my brain is lagging so hard right now. With your Karchar with... Oh, wait, sorry, I didn't read the last one. All it needs is just a single mutation out of 40. In any stat, a creature who does not have Nash ability, and obviously the drag weight should be 50% less, or the Giga. With your Karchar with... Oh, let me dodge and weave this. With 33,000 health and 600 melee, I can kill at least 2 Titans at once, or 3 wild Gigas at once. With 100 blood stacks. Yeah, exactly. And even 4 Titans, yeah. It's one of those things where it can still be useful to use a Karchar just because of how the Blood Rage works and how easy it is to be better than a Giga. Gigas don't need the Blood Rage, and they're better than a Karchar without Blood Rage. But because of how easy it is to get Blood Rage, it's hardly even like a pro for them. So he's got 2480. Oh, they have the exact same health. Well, that's awesome. Okay, of course the male has better stamina because he was a higher level. Movement speed doesn't really matter. Melee doesn't really matter all too much. All I'm trying to get now is probably a baby that has that stamina, since they both have the same health. I know Dodo Dex said you don't need this, and I'm sure you don't, but I'm gonna give it to you anyways. Actually, I want Flint. Your Sarkos had 5.6. Well, I don't need that much. Of course it would be useful, but I don't need that much. Oh, please tell me I didn't just hit him. I don't think I did. That thing is not even mutated, and we all know how much people in PvP like to get 20 out of 20 melee mutations on both sides. Well, I mean, 20 out of 20 mutations on both sides wouldn't do anything. Technically. Because it has to build off of a mutation. You could only get 20 on one side. I mean, like, you could do 20 in, you know, melee, 20 in health. Get a different lineage to get 20 in stamina, all that. But you can't really build off of it very well. Mutations don't add to each other. They add to the base stat, and once the stat goes up, you need to add to that already added to stat if you want it to keep going up. I don't know if that made sense. Okay, 1640. Okay, so it is going to take a while for them to grow up. They should be done before... I should be able to get that cave run done today. So long as I get a baby that has the right stat, I should be able to get one by the end of the day. And then run that cave. Because I think for the levels, I think I'm just going to go to Carno Island. Oh, I forgot to put on my flag. In the meantime, I think I'm going to build up my base a little bit. I think I'll do it here since I don't want to die. Well, actually, no, I don't want to do it on Carno Island. Or on Irby Island. Or do I? The reason why I'm kind of conflicted about doing this on, or basing on Irby Island is because if I want to take like a land creature route, I'd have to, you know, raft or swim across the ocean. And I don't necessarily like that idea. Dude, really? I might just suck it up and live on Irby Island. I'll grab one more, and then I'm gonna take one of my Sarcos out to the nearby river. Probably this guy. Just gonna name him Gabbit and Tiskla. Come here, Stuffle. You just land right there. I'm level 59. I have another 3 levels until I can make the RG saddle. I'll learn stealth structures. But yeah, no, that does sound like a really cool idea for the Gigas. I wish we had something like that. Because yeah, Gigas are not a viable option right now when it comes to, you know, trying to min-max. Solely because car chars are just infinitely better. In almost every regard. $218. Of course, we've got to honor the fallen. Yeah, I won't do that yet. There should be Hesperornis over here in this river, right? I think so. The way bro wiggles when he comes out the water. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Dude, get off my butt. Oh, there we go. There we go. I didn't realize you could bite and like turn on a dime like that. That's cool. So what we're looking at is a 408% damage buff and 183% damage resisted boosted Megatherium. All that without a saddle. Dude, that's insane. Insect killer buff only lasts 2 minutes, unlike the Giga Roar for 5 minutes. Realizing that they should at least decrease this timer, man. Like 5 freaking minutes should be like 150 to 200 at best. I mean, either way, it's still a pretty broken buff. Here we go, finally. Like, that is an insane amount of damage to be doing. No matter how long it is. You know what I mean? It's not that broken when it's for Megatheriums. Well, when Megatheriums already, like, demolish the Broodmother... Like, that's insult to injury. Like, that is an insane amount of damage to be dealing. Oh, the Stego's done. The Stego will let me tame or make some more narcotics. Well, I mean, I could already do that with the Moss Chops, but not as good. But that right there should hopefully help me to get a good amount, and hopefully that's enough XP. I mean, I'm sure it will be. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I don't technically need an RG to do what I'm doing. I was hoping to get one for the Sarco, but it ended up working out super well without it. And that's not the numbers for the Gigavore alone. You just added all the buffs. But again, since Apprenticeship only has a 1 in 6 chance, so getting, let's say, 19 Megatheriums, you don't think anyone would do that? I think you underestimate the dedication that official PvPers have. I think you definitely underestimate official PvP players. I've seen some wild stuff in like YouTube videos of what people have in official PvP. Some people are nuts. Like, they go overboard even for like PvE min-max standards. So I honestly wouldn't put it past them. Stop. 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay. I need some metal, I need some fiber, some hide, some crystals, and some oil. Let's just go over to that beach right there where there's... Oh, where's the supply drop at? Is it close to the bot? Oh, it is right there. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. 19 times 6, 114 gigahertz. Into this is the least you need for that if the RNG roars all the time in your favor. No, if it rolls in your favor, you should only have to do it 19 times. Meeting the base odds, that's when you have that's where you get 114 hearts. Oh, 114 RNG rolls. No, it would be 19 times 2. So there's a total of 38 rolls. Yeah, 38 rolls total. Each one at a 1 in 6 chance. Which is still pretty hefty. Because that's 38 rolls that have to go well. And if any two of them don't, you know, go off at the same time, right? If any two of them don't go off at the same time, that's when you have to do it again. And it wouldn't be a 1 in 6 chance. You said it was a 1 in 3 chance, and you had to do that twice. So technically it's a 1 in 9 chance to get them both back to back. I think. As for me, the best chance is even getting 1 successful implant, as this game promised every... Oh yeah, my math's bad. 1 in 9. Your math ain't bad, dude. You're honest. You're keeping up pretty well, actually. You're giving numbers that so far haven't like screamed wrong. That was one that I just now noticed. So I was in that camp of being wrong with you because I didn't even know any better. But yeah, 1 in 9 chance. So you have to roll a 1 in 9 chance 19 times. Which, yeah, if you're doing it, you know, if you average getting it, you're having to do it 9 times to get it, then you're looking at, yeah, 9 times 100 and, or no, 9 times, what was the number? 19. 9 times 19, that's 90 plus 81, 171. That's a lot, dude. You're looking at 171 wild giga killings. I mean, technically you get gigahertz from... I keep on saying technically. It sounds cringe, even for me. But you do get gigahertz from car charge. Would that be removed in this scenario? Is that no longer a thing that can happen? And then if you were to do it on extinction, like at that point, because there is a specific spot near the snow dome where you're almost guaranteed to get a giga spawn every time you go into that area. So you could also farm over there. It wouldn't be the greatest by any means, because you're still, you know, doing 170 something. If that's what you even want to consider base odds, which I don't know many people who would take the 1 in 9 chance and say that you have to do it 9 times. Statistically, yes, but that's not always the case. Like if I'm shiny hunting for Pokemon, for instance, I have a shiny charm that's a 1365, I believe, with a shiny charm at base odds of 4096. Then I usually get it within the first 500-600. If I'm especially unlucky, I've gotten it at around like 2000. Some people have done so much worse on those odds. So I guess it's really, it's obviously RNG entirely, but I would say from my experience when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm more likely to get it more off. How do I word this? I am more likely to get it before I reach base odds. There will also be players who go for 20/20 melee and health mutations on both sides for those apprentice Megatheriums completely leveled up, and then with at least a 150% armor ascendant saddle. Yeah. There will always be those people. Can I do this? I guess I have to sit here and incubate them. These 2 eggs over here are dropped by level 59, Lil Tim, but this one is dropped by level 60, Lil Tim. That's funny. But yeah, 100% there are going to be those players that grind for the absolute, you know, maximum possible outcome that nobody else is ever going to do. And I mean, each person, you know, to each their own, I guess. Now, something I'm curious of is how long this will actually take. They should actually put an apprentice limit to it. Oh, 100%. 1200. Okay, he didn't get the good stamina. That's okay. That is the bad stamina. This guy, that's the bad stamina as well. I mean, if that's gonna be the stamina that I have, I'm not gonna breed another batch. I don't want to put in that much effort. It's not gonna mean life or death in this scenario. There we go. Like how many apprentice per giga or something? Probably like 2 or 3. 2 or 3 sounds all right. Do cartridges drop gigahertz? Yes, they do. Oh, I gotta give these guys food, I guess. I suppose I can feed them. But yeah, car charges do drop gigahertz. You never found a gigaheart in their inventory? Carcharodontosaurus. Guaranteed special loot, Giganotosaurus heart. Yep, they do drop it. That's what the wiki says, at least. And that's been my experience with them. Like, you can remember the last playthrough I did, the one where I got super far and then died to a Thyla? Look at that one. The Carchar that I ran into at the very beginning on the mountain, who I ended up killing because I got tired of the taming process, especially that early in the game. I killed it and I got the Gigaheart. That's the Gigaheart that I used to summon out or Beta Dragon. I didn't kill a Giga for it. I killed that one Carchar at the very beginning and then I just kept it. next time, if there ever is a next time you play, not only check the inventory, but also check your creature's inventory, because maybe your creature picked it up without you knowing. And maybe you just trashed it in the sea of loot. Okay, now I don't know what happened to my kids, because I'm really sure that I always check the inventory. And that very well could have been the case. Oh, that's right. I need to figure out how long these guys take to grow up. Let me get my stopwatch real quick. And at 4.7 I start. 4.8 I stop. 6 seconds per 0.1, so that's 60 seconds per 1%. $60 per 1% times 100, that's 6,000 seconds, which is 100 minutes, which is an hour 40. So it's gonna take a while for them to fully mature. Dude, you're too cold already? What the heck? I know, I see it. I'm like, what the flip, dude? I'm standing there with a torch like an idiot trying to incubate. Our survival evolved so much better than Ascended. Dude, 100%. I know I need more fire. I'm trying. I love Evolved so much more than Ascended, though. Ascended, it's good. It's a good successor, but I don't think that it's... I don't think it carries over what ARK has, like, effectively. While the chance of me ignoring me or my creature's inventory is not impossible, nor rare, but it's still pretty uncommon for me. Yeah. I mean, I'm usually pretty good about checking my inventory, especially when it comes to Apex drop creatures like that. Oh, twins. And you have the bad stamina. So everybody just has the bad stamina. That's so nice. You only play on island? Right now, no. Well, yes, but no. Yes, but no. So the idea is I'm going to be going from the island. I'm going to beat the island. Once I ascend, I'm going over to Scorched Earth. I'm not bringing any creatures, not bringing any items. I complete Scorched Earth. And then I go to Aberration, do the same thing. Extinction, same thing. Genesis 1, same thing. Genesis 2, same thing. All with a single hardcore character. If I die at any point in the process, I go back to the beginning of the island. And then where you find me right here, right now, is I have not gotten off the island yet. I'm still kind of mastering this. Once I get it, like, you know, in the bag and I get used to the routine, I'm sure I can get off the island much faster than, you know, much quicker than I spend time on there, but, you know. It's only a matter of time before I get to the point where I can breeze through this. And then once I do that, I have some other playthroughs in mind, some challenge runs that I think are really cool ideas, and I want to do it before somebody else thinks of them, so that way I can capitalize on the uniqueness of my ideas. You're a Ragnarok enjoyer. There's a lot of y'all, I will say. I've never been a huge Ragnarok player. I've played on it like a couple times, but honestly, I never really got into that one. I will say though that it definitely does have its merit. I do really like the idea of it, and I think that they executed it really well. I've just never been one to sit down and play it all. And on top of that, you should actually see the underwater caverns on the island in Ascended servers. Like the spawn rate is much higher than that of the already insane spawn rate of Evolved. Really? That sucks, honestly. That does kind of suck. Oh, you sent a message I didn't see. Not only do I like how glitchy not only do I not like how glitchy Ascended is, but I also do not like that the way its interface and graphics appear. Like Evolved looks more realistic to me, at least. Evolved looks so yellow and pale in Ascended. I can see kind of what you're talking about. Karaj, you weren't around for the old inventory, right? The way that ARK Survival Evolved's inventory used to look. Because you started, what did you say, 2019? 2018, 2019? Or am I thinking of... No, because Kane was 2022. So I think you were 2019, weren't you, when you started playing? Did you ever see the old GUI? I want to know your opinions on the old GUI. Because personally, I thought it was good, and then when they swapped it, I wasn't really happy with it until I started getting used to it. And now I think it's far better. Oh, my torches ran out of fuel. Dang it. I feel like Ragnarok basically desensitizes players on how hard ARK actually is because the spawn rates have much different and easier allocations than other maps. Well, that's an unofficial map thing. It's only official maps where the lower levels are more common. That's been a thing since the beginning. So it's not necessarily Ragnarok's fault. It's not necessarily Ragnarok that did it first. They did continue it, but they're not the first by any means. Hey man, chill out. I'm getting there. Jeez. Look, I like Scorched Earth too. I do really enjoy Scorched Earth. My favorites have to be between Scorched and Aberration. Aberration being my absolute favorite. Scorched Earth is good too. I did really enjoy that one. The center is good. I wouldn't put it very high ranking, but I do like it, I will say. What others? There might be others. I can't think off the top of my head right now. Crystal Isles was good when it was still a modded map. Now that it's an official map, they really didn't do good with adapting it into, because they had to make it more balanced. So they had to make like the rock drake's habitat no longer a rock drake habitat, which sucks. I think it was better as a rock drake habitat. But whatever. But I will get to playing both of those. I will, trust me. 2018, 2019, but you never said that. I know this game from 2018, 2019. But I know this game because I used to watch Mr. Miola. Oh, dude, I haven't heard that name in a while. In 2015. Yeesh. Yeah, when I was watching early days of ARK Survival Evolved, I was watching Slipgator. I watched a couple of Mr. Miola stuff and I thought it was cool, but I personally enjoyed Slipgator more. Miola, Slip, and Syntac. Yeah, Syntac, I watched him quite a bit, but it was a little bit later on. Miola, it wasn't that much. I watched some of his modded stuff when that was kind of coming out. I thought it was cool, but not very much. Oh yeah, let me actually like spend my time doing something useful. I forget what's the good berry gathering one. They have a wood gathering? I feel like I've had that same realization. No, it's not that one. Is it sharpened? This is the berry gathering. Yes. There we go. I just love Mr. Miola content, especially the deep sea loot crate hunting with not even a level 50 Mosasaur when Nadirias were not a thing. Dude, I miss the days of pre-Nadiria. It's so unfortunate that we're now cursed with them. I don't want to hit the trike, but I want the berries. He uses super mutated creatures. I know, but that's part of it. Like, what I appreciated about it was how he kind of pushed the game to the limits and like went for the absolute best, and just watching how things work out for him, I found really entertaining. What I didn't like was when he started pushing the game to its limits by downloading mods and doing stuff like that, like using the S+ mutator to get mutation levels that are not possible. I mean, they might be possible, I'm not 100% sure, but like I remember he did a video, he had like an Ovis that he had at level, or like all of his stats at like 255 or something stupid like that, and it's like, yeah, you know, it's an Ovis, whatever. But that's the kind of stuff that loses me, because it's like, yeah, it's pushing the game to its limits, but not within possibility. I enjoy the overhaul mods like Primal Fear, Anunnaki Genesis from way back in the day, but at the same time, it's not pushing the game to its limits, it's just modding the game to surpass its limits, which is a good thing in itself, but it's not necessarily what I like. That's not my cup of tea. I like pushing things within the actual game itself, the way it's built. That's why for like that speedrun I did way back when, I'm not bothered by the stupidly high stats. Like, that at all, not at all bothers me. What bothers me is somebody crashing the game and using that to duplicate creatures. I would say I'm not calling anybody out in particular, but I mean, that is kind of a call out to a particular person. I don't think that that should be even considered speedrunning. You know what I mean? Those are my opinions on it, at least. Actually, what I haven't looked at is, will I even be able to imprint these guys? That might actually be super important to figure out before I sit here wasting time. Because if I can't imprint these guys, then I'm just going to run the cave now. Oh my gosh, stop beeping phone. Well, let me pull out the calculator really quick. It was 60 seconds per one. He has another, let's say 26. No, 76% at 60 seconds per one. That's 4,560. That's 76 minutes. I'm not even going to be able to imprint this guy. Why am I even sitting around? What the hell? I guess I didn't really think that through. Okay, do plan. I'm going to be leveling up as much as I can to get 200 oxygen, and then from there, I will be just going straight for the cave. I can't believe I did not think about that sooner. Where were you guys to even, like, give me the idea to check? Come on. That's your job. You usually watch Mr. Miola, Raz, Vino, Captain Fact Dog, Teach Plays, Kaya, Dave, so many. I loved it so much when the first Survival of the Fittest was contested. Mr. Miola was in that too. I don't know what you mean by contested, but I think I kind of understand what you're saying. There we go. But yeah, I like Miola. I don't watch much Raz or Vino. I watch some of Vino's stuff, and I mean, it's pretty good. I just don't watch very much. I know he and Raz did a bunch of collabs way back when, like a few months ago. Well, they've been doing it for years, but from what I could tell, they haven't done it in a few months. I don't know if it's because it ended or what, but some of those challenge stuff that they did was pretty good. One of the videos that I really liked that they did was the one where they challenged each other to, like, guess saddles or whatever. I thought that one was really cool. That's one that stood out to me. Because I too can also recognize some saddles and tell you what creature they are for. And so kind of having a challenge built around that was pretty cool to see, in my opinion. I really liked that. What level is scuba? 81. Yeah, I'm not getting that far. This is what I was talking about. There's a 55% chance for these sarcos to inherit the better stamina, so that's nearly 1 every 2 eggs, and even after hatching 3, you didn't get it. Then how can you think you'll get a 1 in 9 chance apprentice in just 9 attempts, let alone the first attempt? Well, it's not so much the first attempt. It's like... How do I explain it? Because yes, it is a 1 in 9 chance every time you do it. But when you're doing it 171 times, what are the chances that every single one of those follows the RNG rate exactly? Like, what are the chances that they all follow statistical perfection? It's little to none. So the idea that they're going to land perfectly is a statistical nightmare in itself. And so it is more likely that it either falls above or below. Negligible. I would argue that it makes more sense for it to fall in either direction. You know, it could very easily fall in either direction. And to say that it's more likely to land exactly on 171 is unlikely. I think that it is more likely to be less than more. Maybe that's just me being optimistic when it comes to statistics. Maybe I am like secretly a gambler at heart and have a gambling addiction that I have not discovered yet. But what, from my experience at least, you're more likely to have less than more. What do I think would work as a good apprentice for a Giga? Like maybe a berry? I mean, yeah. Berries would be a good option. Honestly, any carnivore. Raptors, they wouldn't be good because raptors, I guess the idea that I have when it comes to raptors is, how do I word this? I'm struggling with words so hard tonight. I have no idea why. They're just too squishy. And they kind of rely on pack damage, like doing stuff as a pack, that you'd have to get it on all of them for it to be effective. I'm extra laggy today. My brain is lagging today, you're right. Oh, I need the flowers, I forgot. So I'm actually gonna cryopod up my moss chops real quick. 36 levels. There we go. You're about to say take flowers. Well, you know what? I remembered. It's perfect. I'm doing so good. So I'm gonna take this guy to Carno Island real quick. Well, I don't really need to. I need to get some explorer notes. My idea was going to the Carno Island explorer notes, but I guess I could just grab them wherever else. Explorer map island. Explorer map the island. ARK evolved. Cha-cha-cha. Hide obelisks, dossiers, and explorer notes. Let's zoom in because I can't see. Okay, so there should be an explorer note right up here on this cliff. Up here. I do remember that one. It's like, it's in a little ruin somewhere up there. The only thing I ever added levels to Moss Chops for was Leech Blood and maybe Organic Polymer a bit. I mean, they're both viable options in my opinion. It's those and then the rare stuff. I mean, you don't really need to do that. Mammoths are really good at gathering rare mushrooms. Rare flowers, I'm not exactly sure what's good for those. For gathering those. But I just don't, I'm not going to be using Leech Blood. And because I can see myself using both mushrooms and flowers, that's why I put some levels into those. Beyond that, I don't really have any reason to pump either of them. I don't even see myself pumping or using it for organic polymer. I just have that just in case. Here's a raptor pack, so hopefully they don't aggro on me. I say and then they aggro on me. There we go. The only thing I ever added level... Oh, I just read that one. Of course. I guess I have some dementia as well. If you can just get high melee megatheriums in swamp, immune, cave, everything else would be fine to gather enough leech blood for days. Yeah, exactly. There's probably just easier ways to do everything. There's really no need to, like, you know, maximize it with a Moss Chops. Gonna try to get one more Explorer note and see how many levels that gives me. There should be one more Explorer note in here somewhere. I just don't remember where it is. Actually, what I can do is, what's the pin button? Is it P? No. What's the pin button? No. Keyboard bindings. Place map marker is P. I clicked P. Oh, I'm on the back of a creature. Duh. There we go. Latitude 61, longitude, let's just say 60. Or no, it's 81.5. This one is 0.2. Helena. Okay, so I've got a little ways to get there. This looks like the right area. Oh, bugs. Ah! $150 theory, really? Oh, 160. Then what was the 150? I saw something that was level 150. I thought that was the theory. Maybe it was a bug or something. That was confusing. Damn, but I grind so much for these 10,000 health post imprint theories, man. Like, oh my gosh, you're right. I keep on forgetting that they damage the writer too. Where the hell is the explorer note? I thought I was in the right area earlier, but I was way off, dude. Oh, that's it right there. I see it. Yeah, I always forget that theories can damage the writer too. The death roll is pretty dang good on this guy, actually. These right here are the exact stats that I went in with in my test world, and I was able to get to the end of the Cunning cave and get the artifact. So I think I'm good to go. I just need to grab those flowers. I could go grab one more explorer node if I'd like to. I can actually go grab the one that's in the underwater cave right here. Oh, heat levels, dang. And another level up, okay. This one, if you go to about the tip of the peninsula here, which is right here, it's directly east. Hopefully I don't drown. You're AFK once I got on a call. Oh, you're all good, dude. Not gonna heal the Sarco? Well, I'm looking for the underwater cave over here real quick. I always struggle with finding these things. Oh, I went way too far south. That's probably why I can't find it. But yeah, I am gonna heal up my Sarco as soon as I'm ready to go. Time via drowning would be such a shit and giggle. Oh, you have no idea. Ah, oh, dang it. Okay, that's the barrier then. So it's gotta be somewhere around here, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go up for more air. I am trying to find the pro cave because there's a dossier in this one, but I always struggle with these. Like, they add a bubble effects and everything coming out of the cave. But that's not enough to help me. Clearly. I'm hearing something loud. I don't like that. Oh, Plezzy. Yeah, I'm not gonna find it. It's okay. I'll just go home. Or not go home. I'll get ready for the cave. Yeah, encountering an alpha while doing that? Nah. I'm okay. Oh, actually, there should be an explorer note on the land over here. I'll grab that real quick. I'm just hoping to get a little bit more into movement speed, because stamina's good at this point. Is that just a jellyfish? No. I thought I just swam, like, directly next to a jellyfish. Right here where the land kind of pokes out, it should be inland right here-ish. .4 83.8. Oh, I passed it. Where is this thing? Dude, why do I suck at directions so much? What the heck? Bro can't find a pro cave. Now imagine me finding an item bag of the alpha mosa, which I just killed in the vegetation down at the ocean floor and freezing water of ice biome. So glad that at least these underwater caves don't have freezing temps. Oh, 100%. Rexfoot and Hidden Lakes have some dossiers. Yeah, I was hoping to just find one real quick over by the cave. But obviously that doesn't want to happen. Isn't there one up here on the top of this hill? am I thinking of a different hill? I might have been thinking about a different hill. Where am I at right now? I'm over here-ish. There's one over by me. It says 44.1, 81.3 or 4. That one is just north of me. And the picture set looks like it's on. Oh, here it is. Perfect. That's what I needed. Perfect. Okay. Now I think I'm ready. Yay. Okay. When I said up this hill, I meant up this hill, bruh. Look, I went up the hill, okay? I was saying I'm pretty sure there's one up this hill. And I found it. Alright, guys. Hear me out. I know this is a cheesy thing to say. I know a lot of people say this. But I do just want to throw out there. I got 10 viewers right now. And I've been sitting at 10 viewers for a while. That's pretty cool. I'm happy that you guys are here and enjoying the stream, you know. You guys have been here for a while, so I'm sure you're enjoying the stream. However, I only have 1 like. And I know who that 1 like is. It's the one guy talking in chat. So if you guys, you know, are enjoying the stream so far, definitely leave a like. I would appreciate it a lot. It just it gets me in the algorithm a little bit more if other people might see this kind of stuff. So if there's anybody here who's, you know, not just watching, or I'm sure this is something that's just like on your side monitor or whatever, like, oh, maybe he gets it today. But definitely leave a like if you guys are enjoying this, or at least enjoy listening to it on the side. It really helps me out. It lets me know that you guys want to, you know, see more of this kind of stuff. Hey guys, it's me, the 1 like guy. It is that right there, that man right there. That is the 1 like guy right there. Playing your world while watching me. I got you. And dude, you know what? That's totally okay. I'm happy that you're here, just hanging out. This is supposed to be a chill stream. It doesn't have to be a full-blown conversation with everybody that's here. It just means a lot to me if you guys would consider leaving a like. It does help. It's not like I'm making money off of this. It's more so just, you know, it's chill vibes, and I'd like to have more people to talk with. I wish I could be making money off YouTube. That'd be sick. If only. Kane, you've been here listening, and you haven't left a like on the stream, Kane. Unbelievable. It's okay. You've got a detox from your technology. I understand. I kid with you. All right. Let's get those rare flowers real quick, and then let's get this going. I'm not gonna worry about any more dossiers. I think 3 is more than enough. Okay. Alright, boys. Here it is. This is the Cunning cave run. You guys ready? Let's get this thing going. Let's do this thing the right way. Exactly. We're getting this done. We're going for it. And then from here, it's smooth sailing. It's just taking our time and being careful. Right now is the one time we have to take a big risk. So let's get this done. Without scuba, without Lazarus chowder, hell yeah. Who needs it? Sure as hell ain't me. Only wusses use chowder. Oh, that's an alpha shark right off the bat. That's fun. Who needs it? Not pro players. Exactly. Oh, I need air. I forgot I'm not on a Diplocalus. Let's get down low so I get people, or the fish, a little bit closer to me. No more eels, yeah? Yeah, no more eels. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, so that was a pretty good speed run. Here comes the forbidden hallway. Oh yeah. I'm gonna take that off my hopper before I accidentally eat that and absolutely regret it. I would like to avoid as many bats as I can, because bats can give me rabies. Dude, get away from me. Don't you dare spit on me. Mother fricker, dude. Stop pooping. Stop it. Leave me alone. No, no spitting on me. Leave me alone. Alright, guys. It's the final countdown. That's a Uso. Come on. Please, please. Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot, eel. Okay, so there's an eel up against this left wall here. It's going to be on my right here in a minute. Alright. Alright, Gabbit. Let's go, bud. Hug the left wall, hug the left wall. No eels, no eels, no eels. And I didn't get touched by an eel. I'm not getting molested by any eels today. What the f... Dude. You guys saw that too. Mosa just spawned in right in front of me. What the hell was that? Oh shoot. No! I didn't refresh my oxygen. I didn't refresh my oxygen. Crap. I gotta turn around. Crap. Crap, 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 crap. Dude, my legs are shaking. Like, I'm literally quivering as I do this. It didn't spawn right in front of... Okay, it spawned directly above me as I was swimming upward. Or maybe it just, like, unloaded for a second and then loaded back in right in front of me. But that was horrible. And that right there is... It was right there. I saw it. You know what? You know what? I'll trust you, Courage. I'll trust you. You know better. I don't. That right there's an artifact of the Cunning, guys. Oh my gosh. It was there when you started going down. Oh, okay. Bro, but bro wasn't there when I started going. No. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, that... Why? Why the jump scare? Why the jump scare? Why did I have to get jump scared like that, dude? What the flip is wrong with this game? Garage, your heart's going bonkers. Dude, mine too. It's more so in my legs, dude. Like, I can't stop quivering with my legs. What the heck? Well, guys, that right there marks the very beginning of a potential run. As I sail off into the sunset, I would just like to reflect on the fact that this right here is actually the beginning of a potential run. That right there was our biggest roadblock. And I barely cleared it. You see why I wanted to level up his stats a little bit more? Less oxygen, Tues chasing most at the end, whatnot. I know, getting shocked and then getting bit by an alpha shark and whatnot. Dude, that was awful. Starting to drown was insane. You can rewind the stream and see that there was a Mosa. I mean, I'm sure he was there, but he wasn't there when I was going up, and then he loaded in right in front of me as I was ascending. Even if he was there, it's kind of the same deal with that, like, that Shadow Ninjutsu raptor from, you know, that one episode, that one attempt, where they unload and then they load back in right next to me. It was the same nonsense. Even if I knew he was there, the raptor, he was still chasing after me even if I couldn't see him. So he was always there. It's just, you know, that's why it caught me off guard. That's why I'm saying that he just spawned in, because he just appeared. Even if he was always there, he just appeared. That's a fast Sarco. I'm so happy that the Sarcos are as fast as Diplos. Now I'm just gonna have a bunch of Sarcos that I don't need. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this many Sarcos. I mean, these ones I guess I can kill. They're not gonna help me at any point. There's another underwater cave. Oh, I know. But that underwater cave is a little bit more reasonable than Artifact of the Cunning specifically. Artifact of the Cunning is one of the least reasonable caves out there. Artifact of the Brute, it's bad, but it's not anywhere near as bad as Cunning. Well, that right there is the start of a run, guys. Bro made the father kill his own children. It's a harsh world we live in, Courage. It is a truly harsh world. Now I'm really looking forward to this run. Hell yeah, dude. The fact that I got Artifact of the Cunning episode 2 is actually kind of wild. Sarko should be able to breeze through it as long as you're careful. Yes and no. So, Artifact of the Brute is it's a weird one. Because, on one hand, yes, I can rush straight to the artifact room. The thing that I am most worried about is there are eels that can and will spawn right next to the artifact. Those ones specifically, paired with alpha mosas that spawn in that artifact room as well. It's more so, it's not really can I get to the end, it's can I get off of my creature, grab the artifact, and get back on fast enough? Because if I don't, I'm screwed. That right there is the biggest question when it comes to Artifact of the Brute. It's a completely different challenge. Because, well, yeah, that's all really said. Cunning is getting to the artifact and then getting out from the artifact. Brute is getting to the artifact and grabbing it safely. Grabbing it safely is the most difficult part. Cunning you can grab safely because it's in a room that practically no creatures spawn in, and if any do, they spawn on the opposite side of the room, so you don't even really have to worry about them. You can hop off, grab it, leave. Brute, because they spawn in that room, and you could have big creatures in that room, you almost have to fight through them. What you could do is you could bait them by getting onto like the little bit of land and then start shooting down at them, and then they'll start running away because obviously they can't reach you. They're gonna run away. That is one strategy to do it, but if you're not careful and there's an eel hiding in the seaweed that you don't see, that very well could spell the end of the run. Brute is it's a different kind of monster. Not as bad, I don't think. I think it's easier, but it's still not easy. I need more hide. I'm out of hide. No, I've got some on my dude. Yeah. Artifact of the Brute is actually where you should have smaller tames for. Like, that's why you had 9 megs follow your Bassie into that cave. Most of the Tusos get stuck. Yeah, exactly. And that's also a saddle on my RG. That's freaking awesome. I'm really freaking excited, dude. That's actually so hype. It's much more brightened, has underwater vines where things can camouflage or hide. Yeah, the amount of times where I've jumped off to grab the Artifact of the Brute and I got jumped by like 10 eels is uncountable. That's what worries me about that. Oh, let me delete those. Remove, remove, remove. Devour is easy enough so long as you have a good creature. Same for Pack. Same for Hunter. Pack, you also got to be careful when it comes to the grapple section with the water, but honestly, it's not that bad. Immune, I'm going to invest in a gas mask because I really want to be extra careful with that one. But with the the artifact accessible by like the second room. You don't actually need a creature that strong, only strong enough to get through the initial hallway. Clever is easy. Strong is going to take a boss Rex or 3, as well as some rockets. And then Skylord, that one, it's not bad, but it's not good either. I'll figure something out. I believe cheesing pack with mate boosted berries. You do what you want to do. I, in particular, don't like going into the water of that cave. So, Skylord is congested AF. Exactly. That's why I'm saying it's not bad, but it's not good by any means. Has the metal respawned? I haven't placed down any foundations, so, I mean, it should respawn, right? Hopefully. Dude, it is nice being able to fly, though. As much as I talk crap about flyers in this game, it is nice being able to fly. It is a huge utility. But no metal. But yeah, Skylord, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do for that one. The other one, or my last run, I kinda cheesed it. I mean, if I get some... What does bug repellent cost? Because bug repellent, and if I just do... what's it called? Ghillie armor and chug medical brews. I might be able to get through without pissing anything off. Well, I will have to piss something off. Oh, that costs citronal and rock carrot. Yeah, I might not do that. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I gotta figure out what I'm doing next. What should we do next episode? Because at this point, I'm 2 hours, 45 minutes in. So it's about time for me to wrap up here in a bit. But I guess I have some time to kind of talk. What should I be like focusing moving forward? Maybe getting Rexes. I mean, I can take a look at, like, try to look for some Rexes. The issue with that is the Rexes that I got in the last one, at least. I got them up at Carno Island. There's an Alpha Rex up there right now. I don't know if you watched last episode, Garage, but there is an Alpha Rex over there. Oh, this is the Enki I wanted to tame. Dang it. It's okay. It's already done. Even though I noticed it before I killed it, it's fine. Well, I know you commented, so I'm sure you watched it, but I don't know if you watched the whole thing. I don't even remember at what point that was, where the Alpha, or where I saw the Alpha Rex. What level are you? 75. I could take him. But yeah, so Carno Island isn't really an option for Rex taming. I mean, I've got my RG now, so I can use that to look at the mountains. So I mean, yeah, I guess I could do that. I just don't know if I want to do that next episode. I should do that soon, actually. Either Rex taming, or maybe if I find a good Thurs, I could check over by the Rex foot. Because I saw a good amount of Therizinos over there. Oh, I do also need to get a UT. That's right. I just saw the saddle. Dude, what the flip? There we go. So... I can tame Rexes. I can look for some... I can look for some caving creatures as well. You gotta go have lunch, dude. It's so funny to hear because it's almost 1:30 in the morning for me. But yeah, dude, you enjoy your lunch. Take care. Thank you for joining me, by the way. I'm glad you were here to have a conversation because yesterday's episode was it's pretty quiet. It's always nice having someone to talk to. But, yeah, I can look for a taming creature or caving creature because I do need to get a caving creature. Rexes I need, or just any boss fighting creature. I can look around for whatever is nearby, Theris or Rexes. Theris would be nice. I need to do some testing. I might do some testing tomorrow because I don't stream tomorrow. I'll take a look at like what kind of stats I should be looking for on a creature, because I've never actually done all the bosses in Gamma. Funny enough, I've done them all in Alpha because that's the way that I enjoy playing. I like to play it on the hardest difficulty. I actually haven't done it on Gamma, so I don't know how weak they are. So I could very well accidentally over-prepare for it is the thing. I hope I don't over-prepare for it because that's just wasted time. But if I under-prepare for it, goodbye progress. You know what I mean? So it's one of those weird things where I kind of have to strike a balance of prepare enough. But what enough looks like, I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to think of what that could look like for me. I don't know. I'll do some testing. Just like tame some Rexes with really mediocre stats. And then just see what happens when I have them fight the bosses on Gamma. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't see why it wouldn't be, at least. Anyways. That is going to be it for today. We made some really good progress. I never named you. Some wasted time is better than losing the whole run. Yeah, exactly. I definitely agree with that. Your name is Etris. But yeah, I definitely agree that wasted time is better than, losing the whole run. Because at the end of the day, if I waste an extra, 5 hours, for instance, going for some better stats, I could be saving myself from wasting 20 hours in a whole run, a whole playthrough. You know what I mean? So I do understand the point that, yeah, definitely some wasted time is better. But also, I don't need a bazooka to kill a caterpillar. You know what I mean? If I can, like, a boot is overkill. If a boot is overkill for a caterpillar, I don't need a rocket launcher. So, the kind of, I guess, the concept that I'm getting at is, yes, it is good to be over-prepared, but there is over-preparing to the point where it's just overall harmful. Like, it's completely unnecessary. I could be over-prepared and still not be as prepared as I could be. I don't know if that analogy makes sense. I made it up on the spot. But, yeah. So that's where I'm going to leave it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed this one. I got that cunning artifact. Episode 2. That's actually really cool. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like. The video or the stream, definitely leave a like. That kind of stuff does really help me out. You know, it gets people to see my stuff, gets more people in here, and then I have more people to talk to, so I'm not just sitting here in silence. So any amount of likes, any amount of interaction, I guess, is helpful. So all of your likes and stuff, it also helps me know that you guys enjoy seeing this kind of nonsense. I'm going to stream whether you like it or not. You know, there will be other people who like it at some point, I'm sure. But, you know, it's always nice to have that kind of support. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, do subscribe. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and I stream 10:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Getting you out of here. Take care, dude. It was really nice talking to you. You have a good night. Your hours in, I always forget time zones. I think you're hours behind me. No, you're hours ahead of me. It's like early morning for you, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah. Do consider subscribing if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. My schedule is really late, so it does help to ring that bell. I'm not saying that just because I want you to be here. I'm just saying that it does help out when it's such a late schedule. Yeah, just put me on the sidelines. Second monitor, I just talk about nonsense. It's always nice to have some people in here. And then for those of you who are watching the VOD after the fact, do leave a comment. You know, tell me if you have any suggestions. It's after 4 in the morning. Jeez, dude. Yeah, you are ahead of me. That's crazy. Well, I appreciate you sticking around, dude. You must be working. You must have, like, worked night shift or something. I'm sure. Because it's a ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I couldn't stay up that late, personally. But then again, my brother does that. He stays up till, like, 4 or 5 in the morning and then goes to bed. He's weird. Maybe you're like that, too. I don't know. But yeah. Leave your suggestions, your comments, whatever it is you want to let me know. I love to hear from you guys. I love responding to your comments. Yeah. Thank you guys again for watching. I will see you all, not tomorrow night, but the night after. So, good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. All that kind of nonsense. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Take care.